guys, welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope you're kicking nail all over the place, doing what you want to do in life. Thank you so much for subscribing. I just wanted to say that too, because we've recently hit 18 million subscribers, and that is totally not true, but I hit 18,000, and that's still a really big achievement for me. So thank you to all you guys so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to me. If you're new to this channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please do that right now. We're on the road to 90,000 subscribers now. So it would be awesome to have you guys here joining me in that journey. So also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Links are down there in the description. Follow me on Google Plus right up here. I don't use Google Plus, but I need to get 1,000 followers on Google Plus so I can get my channel verified. So just go follow me on there to help me out. Really mean a lot. So yeah, welcome back to What Shall We Do Next, guys. Big smiles on your faces. I'm coming back at you with another movie review. You guys know I've been doing Wrong Turn 1, Wrong Turn 2. Yesterday I did Wrong Turn 3, and today it is, Wrong Turn 4. I sat and watched it today, so I could really, pick out things that I wanted to talk about. And honestly, I think Wrong Turn 4, if you haven't seen Wrong Turn 4, basically Wrong Turn 4 is there's Wrong Turn, the original one, then there's the second one, which is a sequel, then there's the third one, which is a sequel to that one. Then there's Wrong Turn 4, which is a prequel to the beginning Wrong Turn. So this Wrong Turn goes back way before the first one. It goes back to the 1970s. It's based in this, it's like a sanatorium. I think it's sanatorium in West Virginia, and this is where the cannibals originally came from. You know, the infamous three-finger, sawtooth, one-eye, the original guys from the first movie. Basically, it goes back in time and shows how they came about and how they came to be where they are. So the movie starts showing 1973. They're in a hospital. The three cannibals, which we know as grown men, are like young boys, 9, 10, and 11, I think. And it actually gives their age at the end on the credits. And they're really young, and you see them, and they're locked in this mental institution in the middle of the West Virginia mountains, and it pretty much goes from there. Let's say there's a way they get out, and then it goes on to the current day. It comes up saying 2003, so it's gone way ahead in time, and then the movie starts. After you find out they were where they came from, they were apparently found in West Virginia. In the mountains, in the middle of the woods, standing over the eaten remains of their parents, and they were found by Mrs. Hilliker, so they called them the Hilliker brothers. So that's not their biological name. The doctor actually says we called them the Hilliker brothers because Mrs. Hilliker found them in the woods. Now I'm gonna point something out in Wrong Turn 6 when I review that, so come back for that. But Wrong Turn 4, all in all, I love the fact that it's a prequel. I think that's really interesting for them to take you back in time before the first movie, because it really gives you a bit more of an insight about where these big, nasty mutant creatures came from and how they came to be. And it's inbreeding and all that kind of stuff. But then at the end of Wrong Turn 2, you find that they're not just through inbreeding, but they've also been living on chemical water. There's chemicals that can cause birth defects going into the river, and they're drinking from the river. So there's a lot of things screwing these guys up, okay? But I love the fact that Wrong Turn 4 is a prequel, and Wrong Turn 4 is also, the other thing that's different about Wrong Turn 4, all the other Wrong Turns seem to be based in the summertime in West Virginia. This one is based in the typical, the real cold winter in West Virginia. There's a lot of snow everywhere. So basically it's people are on their snowmobiles, and they're a group of kids going off, and they're trying to find a cabin. They're camping out for the weekend. They're going through this really bad weather. Then they get lost. There's a group of them trying to meet up with a friend in the cabin in the woods. They don't find the cabin, and the storm comes in, and they're almost gonna freeze to death, so they have to find shelter fast because they're in the middle of West Virginia. So they find this hotel. It's confusing me because I've just mentioned Wrong Turn 6, so you'll see what I mean. It'll make sense to you. They find a hospital. It's completely abandoned. You find out that's the hospital that was around in 1973, I think, when they first came around. Nobody's there anymore. No patients, no staff, no nothing. No no signs of life. Well, there is signs of life, because when they get to the hospital, they realize, they're like, hey, the door's open. Wow, it's so warm in here. There's a generator with fuel. Why is this building just in here in the middle of nowhere? And it's your typical story. You know, the cannibals live in this hospital. This is before they've got their cabin in the woods that you see in the original movie. They're still living in the hospital in this one, but they look very similar to what they did in the first movie. You just got three finger, sawtooth, and one eye. Now, what I didn't really, what I didn't like about this, as the same with Wrong Turn 2, is Three Finger doesn't look the same. He does not look the same as he did in the first one. His body is like perfectly normal, like a normal human's body, but his face looks plasticky and fake. I'll give him this though, the actor, they are different actors playing Three Finger in each movie, but this guy playing it in Wrong Turn 4, the laughter that he makes, and like that, that I can't do it because it's such a distinct laugh. Like, everyone knows Three Fingers laugh. Now, the guy can do a really good impression of the original Three Fingers laugh, but it's just the makeup, man. The makeup just doesn't do it, and even the other two guys look completely different from the first movie. But it's kind of fake, like fake low budget-y. If you're into like 80s slasher movies, you will enjoy this because it's just like that. And the other thing that I didn't really like was, I thought it was really good. Like, the acting was kind of cheesy and, you know, kind of fake. But there was a part where a girl gets barbed wire around her neck, and they start pulling her up to this balcony. Her friends are on the ground floor, like, screaming and trying to pull her down. Her boyfriend's like pulling her by the legs, which is just making her die worse. There's blood coming out of her everywhere, and the three cannibals are pulling her up. But then when her head comes off the body and it falls to the ground, falls on top of her boyfriend, and then there's just a little clip where her boyfriend turns and looks at the head, and the head's still blinking like this, and he's laying on the floor next to the head, and then he goes, ah, but the blood is so fake, and you can see that he's looking directly in the camera. To film a good movie, they're not supposed to make eye contact with the camera, but he's looking in the camera going, ah, and it just looks so 80s style slasher, fake, you know, that kind of stuff. But all in all, I thought Wrong Turn 4 was really good compared to the second or third movie. I thought it was really good. Like, I love the fact that it was a prequel, but a lot of the stuff was like, the beginning part, there's a breakout at the hospital at the very beginning, and when they're all dancing and stuff like that, and they've got that music that's like, do 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 dun 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 dun. That music is that, it's literally that music, and that song is playing while the cannibals are like torturing people in this hospital, all the mental patients, and they're all running around crazy, and they're like dancing with each other, and it's not like horror movie-ish. It's not. It's just kind of fake. It's kind of laughable, and there are parts that like let it down. It's not cool. It's not funny. It's not realistic. It's fake. But then there are parts where it's really good. You know, it's a really good movie. It's really entertaining. You're on the edge of your seat the whole time, especially the part where they finally get out of the hospital, and there's the Three Finger, Sawtooth, and One Eye are coming at them on their snowmobiles, like chasing them. And that part's kind of crazy. But I always felt bad for the girl. I think her name was Lauren. She went off to get help. She was one of the friends that went off to get help by foot on skis. And she was trying to go through this blizzard, and she got so close. Like, at the very end of the movie, you see her froze to death, and she's leaned up against a tree, froze to death. And then you see a car drive past through the trees when the sun's come up, because she went through the night. And I was like, oh no, she was so close to the road, but she just didn't make it, man. Oh, she could have done it. So I felt really bad for her. But I love this movie. I like it better than 2 and 3, definitely. It doesn't compare to Wrong Turn 1, though, the first one. But it's worth checking out. I would definitely give this one probably like a 6 out of 10. Could have been better, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Check it out. If you've already seen it, let me know in the comment section what did you guys think of Wrong Turn 4. And let me know in the comment section what other movies you guys would like me to review. And that's pretty much it. Come back next time for Wrong Turn 5 when I'm going to be doing that one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Remember to keep chasing those dreams. Peace out.